Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and this is a real quick video before school. I did my hair and makeup. I'm running off to school. But I just wanted to say, today is February 7th, so yesterday morning, February 6th, I checked my email as I was getting ready for school and such, you know, because sometimes I watch videos while I'm doing my hair, whatever. And I saw the message that linked to a video where Bella told us all that she's not going to be doing Crochet Society anymore. Now, many of you know that watch my channel that I love her. And I actually first started watching, or whatever, you know, being her fan, if you will, like, oh, shoot, I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago, because I followed a tutorial of her on YouTube for a virus blanket. I made it with Karen Simply Soft, and I made it king size, but I followed her tutorial. Then I started noticing that she was in the Crochet Now magazines at, what's that called? Joann's. And maybe a year later, I made one of her cowl patterns that was in the Crochet Now magazine. And she commented on that, because then I think she was just, you know, doing her YouTube and occasionally Crochet Now. So in the Crochet Now was when I found out that she was doing Crochet Society. And I actually missed the first 2 boxes. And I got in, it was the February box. I love Sarah Jane. Now, I know it sounds like when I explain this to my husband, I think he thought I was crazy. But I kind of think of her as kind of like Crochet's Oprah, right? She loves... Everything that she likes are like my favorite kind of colors and styles. And even though I don't imitate it here, because everything I use down here in my crochet corner is secondhand. Like that was my dad's old VCR tape shelf, you know. But I like the look of all of her stuff. And I'm just like, oh, it's so pretty. And I like her designs, and I like her colors, and I like following her tutorials, even though she does British crochet. So I kind of feel like a little strange about it. Like I said, I liken to the idea that Oprah steps down from O Magazine and puts Gail in charge. You know, that's kind of like how I felt about it. But obviously I'm still going to, you know, check out her crochet or her YouTube channel and, you know, read her articles and see what she puts in, you know, Crochet Now. And I'm sure she's got some other project she's going to be doing if she's not going to be working with Crochet Society. Now, off the top of my head, I can't remember the name of the designer. I want to say it was like Katie or something that she says has been doing all these crochet boxes with her before. I'd never heard of her more than possibly her name maybe being like a designer or something in, you know, the Crochet Society stuff. So I'm not going to be a complete pouty pants about it. I just want to let you guys know. Obviously, I paid for a full year in advance. That happened this summer because my credit card expiration date had occurred. And I went to go online to change it, and I couldn't. And I had to get in contact with her publishing company. And I paid for a full year in advance because I was like, I don't want this to happen and miss out on a box. So I mean, I get to fill out that whole year until this summer. So, I mean, I feel like there has been a lot of changes with Crochet Society, going from the monthly boxes to the bi-monthly, and then now having a new lady, in charge of it, a new spokesperson in charge of it. So, I mean, I guess I'll give it a chance, see how this other gal does. I mean, if she's really been working with Sarah Jane the whole time, it probably isn't going to change very much, right? Because if she's been the one helping her choose patterns and the goodies to put in the box and the color schemes and all that, then it probably will stay true to what it was if she was helping her all along. So I'm sure it'll be the same exciting stuff. It just won't have Sarah Jane's name and picture all over it, right? So I guess you have to decide how big of a fangirl you are of Sarah Jane. I mean, I really am. You know, I think she's probably one of the most famous, you know, crocheters. I mean, I'm sure there's others. But anyway, I mean, I was a little disappointed because I joined because of Sarah Jane. But I'll finish out the year, and if I like it, I'll keep doing it. And if I don't, I'll stop. One of the things I really like about Crochet Society, you guys, is that it is a crochet society. It's a crochet box. Like Knit Crate and Yarn Yay are knit with a crochet pattern. And I've said this before, and some people really love Vicki Howell, and I think she's cute as a button, and I love her too. But you can tell because, like, for instance, my go-to thought on that was the box where she did the beret. The knit had a very elaborate pattern. It was really awesome. And the crochet beret was just single crochets. So that's fine. That's fine because it's called, you know, she's a knitting person. And Knit Crate, obviously in the name, is knit. So that's why I really like Crochet Society as a crocheter that sometimes knits. If you're a knitter that sometimes crochets, great. Those other two boxes are options. But right now, I think this is mostly a really good box. For a while, I did, I want to say Jimmy Bean. And allegedly, we were supposed to make this poof with all these little yarns he gave us, or she, or the company. Jimmy. You know, good old Jimmy. And I never actually made the poof. I just made a blanket with it. So anyway, I don't know how I feel. But the exciting news is I went straight to the Crochet Society website afterwards. And I said some kind of thing like, oh, I'm totally bummed. I paid for the year in advance. I love Sarah Jane. And then I said, but at least I got into the last pattern book. Because if you remember, this last subscription box, the one where we got this book and this yarn, I finally got a picture of something I had sent into Crochet Society in the book. I made this little guy, and this is the one that got in there. So at least I made the last one that Sarah Jane's in charge of. And now, you know, let's just be optimistic that this other gal will be just as amazing as, you know, Sarah. And then if you decide it's not, or if you're just a fangirl of Sarah Jane like I am, then, you know, end your subscription whenever you want. But I just think it's really important to remember that there's very few crochet-minded subscriptions. And that's why I really joined to begin with. Not just that it was Sarah Jane's. It was like both. You know, but yesterday morning, I'm not going to say I was going to cry about it, but I was like, aw. And then I did some thinking yesterday. And then, of course, I had school all day, so I didn't think about it at all. And then I came back home, and I checked my messages in the Facebook group, and I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot Sarah Jane is leaving Crochet Society. I'll still open them. Yeah. So those of you who don't get it can, you know, see what difference has occurred through me. Now, Sarah Jane has been selling stuff on her own. Remember, she has her, she calls it her range, where she has the bags and the yarn bowl and the hook sizer things. And so, you know, maybe she'll still be doing her own stuff through her own, right? So I can keep hoarding up her stuff, hopefully. Maybe my husband's over there thinking, hopefully she doesn't. Hopefully she's done making stuff. I don't know. She'll still probably be crocheting and making patterns, right? Okay, you guys, I got to go to school and hopefully try to upload this morning so that when I'm at school, while the kids are at art, I can get this on the internet for you guys. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing. Thank you to all those people that have watched the Crochet Society boxes and encouraged me with my openings and sharing of her products, you know, because it makes it fun. And hopefully you all get to crochet today while I teach. Happy crafting. Bye.